Your environment is programming you. So, you think you're thinking your own thoughts? You think you making your own decisions? You think you chose the life that you live in? But what if I told you most of what you believe, most of what you do, and most of what you accept as normal was programmed into you, and you didn't even notice it? So check this out. Let's get into part 1, the invisible program. From the time you were born, you were installed with software. Software that came from your parents, your school, your friends, social media, television, music, the news, your job, and even your daily routine. Nobody asked you what you wanted to believe. You were told what to believe. Go get a job. Be realistic. Play it safe. This is just how life is. And because you heard it so many times, you stopped questioning it. You didn't wake up one day and decide to think small. You were taught to think small, slowly, quietly, and repeatedly. And the scary part about it is, you call it being realistic. Now, part 2. How do you know you're programmed? You know you've been programmed when you feel stuck but don't know why. You want more but don't know what. You feel tired but don't know how to be motivated. You say, I don't have time for the things that matter the most. You think dreaming big is childish. You believe successful people are just lucky. And that's not you talking. That's your environment talking through you. You're not confused because you lack direction. You're confused because your mind is full of noise that was never yours in the first place. Now, part 3. The moment I realized this. I realized this while driving a bus. Same route, same streets, same people every day. But one day I noticed something. The people around me were incredibly talented, funny, smart, and skilled, but they talked the same every day. They complained the same every day. And they ate the same foods almost every single day. They had the same conversations day after day, week by week, month after month, and year after year. And I thought, this isn't a job problem. This is a problem that lies within the environment. They weren't stuck because they lacked ability. They were stuck because their environment never changed their way of thinking. And that's when it hit me. People don't stay in the same place because they can't leave. They stay because their thinking never leaves. Part 4. How the environment controls your future. Now, think about it. If everyone around you is talking about bills, talking about drama, talking about problems, talking about going in and out of the hospital, talking about other people, then guess what? You will too. And again, think about this. If all you consume is things like the news or social media and or different forms of entertainment, then you will think small without even realizing it. Because your environment doesn't just affect your mood, it shapes your beliefs. And your beliefs shape your actions. And your actions shapes your life. Your life is not a result of your potential. It's a result of what you are exposed to every single day. Exposure becomes belief, and belief becomes behavior, and behavior becomes your destiny. Part 5. How I started reprogramming myself. Now, check this out. I didn't quit my job right away. I changed what I allowed into my mind. While still driving that bus, I started feeding myself things like audiobooks, podcasts, videos like this, positive messages, new ideas, and of course, silence to think, to be able to think it all through. I changed my mental environment before I changed my physical one. And that's when everything started to shift. Nobody around me noticed what I was changing because the change wasn't outside yet. It was happening in my mind first. And that's how real change always starts, from the inside out. Now, Now for the good part, the moment of empowerment. Part 6, how you can do the same. You don't need a new job. You don't need to move. You don't need more money. You just need a new mental diet. Starting with change what you listen to daily. How many times you have to listen to that same Beyonce song or that whatever song you done heard 999 times already and you know all the words? Or change who you talk to daily, or at least the people you talk to for no reason. The people who don't have anything to offer you should not be soaking up all your conversation time. Or change what you watch daily. How many nights do you have to make it a Netflix marathon night? Or spend time thinking, not scrolling, and keep a notebook and pen handy so as you think, you can write, you can create, and you can plan out the things that are going through your mind. Because once you change your environment, your mind has no choice but to change with it. You don't need motivation. You need a different mental environment, because motivation fades, but a new environment rewires you permanently. So now remember this: you are not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because you've been programmed. But the beautiful part is this: you can reprogram yourself. You can change the program without changing your life at first. And that's exactly what I did while driving that bus, while living the same life, while nobody had a clue what I was building in my mind or even physically. If you haven't seen that story yet, what nobody knew I was building while driving that bus, then maybe you should check that out next. People I know are loving that one, because that video shows you what happens when a person reprograms their mind before they change their life. I really hope this video inspired you to take action, maybe even massive action, so that you can enjoy the results that lead to remarkable results. So remember, your environment is shaping you. Make sure it's shaping you in the right direction. Yo, love, peace, and happiness. And remember, this is The Bridge, your source for encouragement, inspiration, and transformation all in one.